You know, sometimes planning dinner is really a pain in the butt.
You need help.
Yeah, you need a little help. So imagine if you walked into the supermarket, a machine would tell you what to buy for dinner before you even could decide for yourself.
As CBS News national correspondent Ben Tracy reports, the latest face recognition technology, well, it does just that.
John Anderton, you can use a Guinness right about now.
What was once a futuristic view of advertising
Get away, John Anderton.
is no longer science fiction.
The optical sensor detects that a human is there.
Intel has developed face scanning software built into a digital kiosk. It instantly tells advertisers the type of person you are, detecting your age range and gender.
It's recognized me as a female. It's showing me True Blend Micro Minerals Foundation Base.
The technology then presents you with products it thinks you might want to buy.
Because he's a guy, he's getting 75% of the ads are actually based for men.
Not everyone is sold on the idea. Privacy advocates say no matter how good the intention, it could go too far.
It might collect just some things today, but tomorrow they're going to start adding maybe what social groups you're a member of. And then the next day they're going to start collecting your actual name so they can send you an email saying, hey, thanks for stopping by the Gap yesterday. How about some free coupons?
Intel insists it's only helping advertisers help the consumer.
So far, consumers seem pretty receptive to it. Again, once they figure out that it's not recording any video of them and it's not being held in any kind of database that can come back to haunt them in 2 years or something like that, they're actually pretty excited.
But experts warn some marketers may be missing the mark.
If some woman walks by a kiosk and they identify her as 52 and liking old lady shoes, she would like to punch the camera out probably because she still sees herself as 45.
Let me find some recipes just for you.
Still, big companies like Kraft Foods already plan to use the technology to sell you groceries at your local supermarket. Ben Tracy, CBS News, Los Angeles.
I don't like planning meals, but that's a little creepy.
But I could see where that would be a problem for some people when you walk in.
Yes.
Madam Musil to the right, Ben Gay to the left, Tinactin.
Police have been using fingerprints to identify people for over a century now. But now they have a new tool, technology which allows them to identify faces and ultimately identify who's on the right side of the law. As the innovation gains popularity within law enforcement, however, it is also drawing criticism from those who say it is putting privacy at risk. CBS News correspondent Elaine Quijano joins us this morning with that story. Nice to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, Erica. Well, currently, to verify someone's identity, officers have to type a name into a computer to see if it comes up with a match in various databases. Well, now there's new mobile technology allowing police to perform that same check in an instant.
We've combined the capabilities and strength of a smartphone device with 3 biometrics: fingerprint, iris recognition, and facial recognition.
These new devices cost $3,000 each and attach to the backs of smartphones.
Just take a picture of my face. It's taking that photo. It's then matching that against an existing database. During the time that I'm explaining this, it's going to go out and it's going to transmit it back and forth using the wires, and it's going to bring back who it thinks I am and the next 2 likely candidates.
And there you are.
With the device, police will instantly be able to check if that face is tied to a criminal record. Sean Mullen, whose company developed the technology, says there are protections in place to ensure it can't be misused.
How foolproof is this technology?
None of the data stays on the device. It can only be used by authorized individuals who are pre-authenticated on the network and on the device.
But some argue that scanning faces is no different than a search requiring a warrant. There are also fears that this unregulated technology puts the privacy of law-abiding citizens at risk.
The fact that they're agreeing voluntarily not to retain information doesn't keep them from deciding at some point in the future that they will.
The device has already been tested in Plymouth County, Massachusetts, and Sheriff Joseph McDonald plans to outfit a handful of his deputies this fall.
It's going to allow that officer on the street to get virtually instantaneous access to that database to retrieve that information very, very quickly.
Sheriff McDonald also understands the concerns the device raises over civil liberties and privacy. His guidance to his deputies, not to use facial recognition unless they suspect some sort of criminal activity has occurred.
There has to be some sort of contact, some sort of reasonable circumstance under which the officer would deploy that technology.
Now, the company BI2 has orders from about 40 law enforcement agencies to deliver around 1,000 of the devices. And one more thing, this same kind of portable technology has been used in the past by the military to identify people, including possible terrorists, in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Interesting stuff. Elaine, thanks.
For every agent, miles of border.
For warrants of U.S. border vulnerability.
Excluding visas making a sieve of U.S. border.
Fake IDs possibly sold to thousands. Biometric self-fed.
U.S. expects 40% rise in visa and biometric identification procedures. Officials racing to meet needs. Air travel security.
Looking at what the government believes could be the fingerprint of a suspected terrorist, taken from an undisclosed location overseas. 24 hours a day, government computers...
Laptop. They may have used some other device. We may pick up fingerprints from a bomb frame.
So far, more than 1,300 criminals and illegal immigrants have been caught using bogus identities.
We rely on biometrics, which are unique physical characteristics like fingerprints that are impossible to forge, to keep bad people out of the country while keeping travel fast and convenient for legitimate travel.
Look at the blue light.
Easily and accurately ascertaining the identity of individuals is what biometric systems are all about. They do that identifying based on physiological characteristics like, but not limited to, fingerprints, iris patterns, or facial features. Given today's ever-escalating security and safety challenges, the application of those technologies has greatly expanded. Now extensively used by the government and the private sector, biometric systems are a significant component of the essential and ongoing effort to safeguard the United States and its people. It is imperative that biometric systems be continually and innovatively improved as their applications are widened. That is precisely what scientists at the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST, are doing, partnering with the Department of Homeland Security, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and virtually every other agency that has biometrics as a core part of its mission. They are putting NIST's long experience in the field of human identification systems to good use.
NIST has been working in the area of biometrics for over 40 years. With the events of 9/11, we all had a wake-up call and realized that Homeland Security needed to be greatly improved. And biometric technologies was identified as a key enabling technology. And so with our track record, we found ourselves very quickly in the middle of a government-wide effort to collect more biometrics, higher quality biometrics, to share that data appropriately across agencies and to make sure that the systems that are in place are accurate and reliable. In regards to biometrics, security and safety, they go hand in hand. And so biometrics, they're used for controlling access to a facility, securing a facility, protecting access to computer networks, combating fraud, fighting crime, screening people at borders. And in terms of safety, biometrics can help with identity management for people like first responders at the scene of natural disasters, for the soldier in theater, for border patrol, and for the police officer on the street. Biometric standards and their guidance are vital to build effective biometric systems. And the standards that we work on help to provide open exchange of data between agencies and their systems, which are built by different companies. It also helps to define methods for performance testing. And then one really important aspect of biometric standards is interoperability. And in other words, making sure that all the government's biometric systems work well together. And beyond that, standards are good for commerce. They result in greater innovation by private industry, and they help to lower barriers for new companies to enter the market. The activities that we're highlighting today are